Today we're going to make a 1900s inspired summer dress. I've been planning this project for so long. In fact, I even announced it in this video, which was quite a while back. And I'm so excited to be finally making this dress and sharing the process with all of you. On the screen here you can see some of the inspiration behind the design, as well as my drawings. I've played around with quite a few different designs, especially on the bodice part, but I want to go for something very light, very summery, and also a bit like an Edwardian lingerie gown, so that means lots of ruffles as well. So let's get started. I'm using an old duvet cover, which gives me just about 4 meters of fabric to work with, minus the worn out bits, which I'll have to work around. First things first, I'm making the skirt ruffle, which is around 6 meters long in total. I had to join several strips of fabric for that, and I'm hemming the entire ruffle by hand. The fabric has a narrow stripe pattern, as you can see, and I'm using that as a guide for my stitches. Usually I start out with nice and small stitches and then they get bigger and bigger as my patience fades, but here the stripes are helping me to sew with even small stitches all the way around. It took quite a long time to sew. Next, the ruffle was gathered by machine to hem off my skirt, which is simply a large, around 3 meters wide rectangle of fabric, which I attached the ruffle to. Then I French seamed the skirt closed and added a tunnel hem along the top edge of the skirt where a ribbon drawstring was inserted. I'm not quite sure if this was historically accurate, but it will make the gathers of the skirt easier to manipulate. The skirt came out a little on the short side and didn't really look spectacular enough either, so I added another fabric panel to the bottom, trimmed with lace, that would peek out from underneath the ruffle. And here is how it turned out. Onto the bodice. I cut out a very basic square neck bodice, slightly too wide so it could be gathered along the neckline, as well as at the waist. It was French seamed together . Then the neckline was hemmed and gathered by hand, and the front waist was bunched together to achieve the fashionable pigeon breast silhouette. For the sleeves, I cut lengths of lace ribbon in half like so, to trim the ruffles at the elbows. I ordered this lovely lace on eBay and I really love the vintage aesthetic, and it was very cheap as well. I'll link it down below in case you're interested too. I then hand sewed it onto the ruffle hem. Another length was attached to the top of the ruffle while gathering. Then the ruffle ends were joined into a loop like so. The sleeves themselves were gathered top and bottom, though I didn't attach the ruffles but kept them separate for now, slipping them onto the sleeves when wearing the dress. And here is a little sneak peek of how the dress turned out. I'm really happy with how it turned out, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. Leave a like if you did, and stay tuned as there's a video making the lace collar coming up, and the dressing up video will be up soon as well. See you next time.